film the exteriors of many motion pictures.
You what we do behind the lights and cameras to make the fantastic effects you see in motion pictures and on television look so realistic. During the next few minutes, we will take you into the workshop of some of the most famous technicians and movie-making geniuses of all times to show you their secrets. Ready, fellas? Here you will see how the spectacular special effects of the cinema are actually created. Everything you'll be seeing and doing here involves the authentic processes which motion picture artists and technicians use to create magic. Magic that makes you walk out of a movie theater and ask, how did they do that? How did they destroy Los Angeles in earthquake? How did Fred Astaire dance on the ceiling in Royal Wedding? How did they make Superman fly?
Well, you know, Mr. Wagner, when motion pictures were invented at the turn of the century, they were a mystifying novelty, and people then were asking themselves, how do they do that? How do they make pictures move? Thomas Edison opened his first kinetoscope parlor, aided by motion picture film, a new invention by one of his colleagues.
George Millay started it all in 1906 with his 8-minute space epic, A Trip to the Moon. And soon, movie pioneers were amazing audiences around the world with increasingly sophisticated illusions. Honed imagination into visual reality. This is a recreation of a lost Edison kinetoscope. The effect is clear, but can you tell which person here is defying gravity? We've built a replica of Edison's room to show you his secret.
And now Thomas Edison discovered that
Willis O'Brien, a young wizard of movie making, had perfected a new technique, stop-motion animation. He would use it again a few years later in 1933 for his masterpiece, King Kong.
Hey, Faye, how'd you like your date with Doug last night?
Harryhausen delivered his invented in 1959 with the stunning Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. Making and watching movies. But this is only the first part of our experience. In just a moment, we're going to take you to set 2. I'll step next door to see if everything's ready for us. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay, what should we do? Should we move?
Now, don't move.
Oh, all right. Mr. West?
Scene. Right? Wrong. It's a miniature. Another special effect of creative movie making. These next scenes are so realistic, it's hard to believe that an actor never placed a foot on these sets. By building miniatures instead of full-size sets, filmmakers can take almost any point of view and create events that would otherwise be too expensive, dangerous, or destructive to shoot. One of 2 built for Steven Spielberg's film 1941. This Pacific Ocean Park set was originally 120 feet by 90 feet. Our stage can only hold 50 feet of it. The greatest effect came when a Japanese submarine blasted the Ferris wheel. It is often too expensive to transport a cast and a crew to a faraway location. Perhaps a location no longer exists, or maybe it never existed at all. Such obstacles never stood in the way of imaginative filmmakers. They simply invented the matte painting process. In this process, a very realistic painting is combined with live action in a perfectly matching blend of artwork and cinematography. The painted portion fills in details that didn't exist. The final result? Movie magic on a grand scale. These scenes used what film technicians call a traveling matte. It's a technique that allows movie makers to put people and objects into moving scenes in a very realistic way.
Several different types of Kodak film were used to create the traveling matte sequence you're watching there. Kodak is the only company to provide the motion picture industry with such a wide range of dependable film products. As a matter of fact, for their efforts, Kodak has won no less than 7 Oscars, 4 Emmys, and the points above her on the left, that's what the camera sees. Well, on the right over here, that is what the camera does. Our video camera on the floor down here will electronically eliminate the color blue. That means we can put Jessica in front of any background we choose. Today it's the Hollywood Hills. Is that all right with you? Good, because it's the only one we have. Let me give the wheel a final spin right here, and away she goes. Yay! Wave, Jessica. Wave. Great. Wonderful. Wave with the other hand. Go ahead. All right. Now wave with both hands. Look, Ma, no hands. Don't smile so big. You get bugs in your teeth at that altitude. You having a good time? Having the time in your life?
Sound. Miami Vice, the most popular action series on television. Visually stunning. It sets action trends and fashion trends nationwide. And it is the best sounding show on TV. But it doesn't start that way. Listen to how a scene sounds when it's photographed. Ready for you? The musician Jan Hammer. He not only writes the music for Miami Vice, he performs it as well. On Miami Vice.
Those guys may look silly, but they get paid big bucks.
Sound effects for every single gunshot in the soundtrack of Miami Vice.
I get a bang out of my job.
Now the scene is complete. Let's play it back with music, Foley, gunshots, and dialogue all in the right places.
Now here's a unique opportunity to see real Foley artists at work.
There's more. So let's go to our next attraction. It's out of this world.
They create a reality so convincing we can willingly believe in it. Fantastic effects, like the ones you've just seen, are conceived and brought to life by highly specialized motion picture artists using tools like the ones here.
Tool is a harsh word, Robert.
I'm sure we'd all like to hear the inside story.
Thank you, Robert. Ladies and
How these effects are created. And after all this, what could be left to